I returned from London and find my fiancé marrying my best friend in my house. And they also took my company. The plane touched down just after sunrise. Through the oval window, I watched the city slowly come alive, cars moving one by one, and the skyline I once called home standing tall like nothing had changed. But everything had changed. I hadn't told anyone I was coming back. Not my fiancé, not my best friend, not even my business partners. I wanted it to be a surprise. A beautiful, unforgettable moment. The kind you imagine while lying awake in a cold London apartment, replaying memories like your life depends on it. I had spent 2 years away. 2 long years building something bigger, expanding my company internationally, sacrificing sleep, comfort, and sometimes even sanity. But through it all, one thought kept me going. It'll all be worth it when I go home. The dream I built. My name is Daniel Hart. 2 years ago, I left behind everything I loved to grow my tech company into a global brand. It started in a cramped office with just 3 employees and a broken coffee machine. One of those employees was Marcus, my best friend, or at least, I thought he was. Marcus and I had been inseparable since college. We built everything together, from late-night brainstorming sessions to landing our first investor. When I got engaged to Emily, Marcus was the first person I told. He hugged me like a brother. He even helped me plan the proposal. Emily, she was my everything. Smart, calm, supportive, the kind of woman who made chaos feel like peace. Before I left for London, we stood in our living room, the house we had just bought together. I'll be back before you know it, I told her, holding her hands. She smiled, but her eyes hesitated. I'll be here, she said. Marcus stood behind us, leaning against the wall. Don't worry, he said with a grin. I'll take care of things here. I trusted him. I trusted both of them. That was my first mistake. I didn't call a driver. Didn't alert anyone. I rented a car at the airport and drove straight home, my heart pounding with excitement. I imagined Emily opening the door, shock, tears, laughter. I imagined Marcus showing up later, shocked to see me. We'd celebrate. We'd talk about the company. We'd pick up right where we left off. That's what I thought. But as I turned onto my street, something felt off. Cars lined the road. Luxury cars. Music echoed faintly in the air. My grip tightened on the steering wheel. What's going on? I slowed down. Then I saw it. My house. Decorated. White flowers everywhere. A large arch at the entrance. Guests dressed in formal attire, laughing, holding champagne. For a second, my brain refused to process it. Then it hit me. A wedding. At my house. I parked across the street. My heart was racing now, not with excitement, but something darker, something heavier. Confusion. Fear. I stepped out of the car, my suitcase still in the trunk. I didn't even remember closing the door. I walked toward the gate slowly, like my body was moving without me. Each step felt unreal, like I was watching someone else's life collapse in real time. The moment everything broke. As I reached the garden, I heard the officiant's voice. We are gathered here today. My chest tightened. I moved closer, staying behind the crowd. Then I saw them, standing at the altar. Emily, in a white wedding dress, beautiful, glowing, and next to her, Marcus, in a suit, smiling, holding her hands. The world went silent. Not literally, but inside my head, everything stopped. No thoughts, no sound. Just one question echoing over and over again. What is this? If anyone objects to this union, speak now or forever hold your peace. My voice came out before I could stop it. I object. Every head turned. The crowd parted like a wave. Emily's face drained of color. Marcus froze. And for a moment, just a moment, I saw guilt. Daniel, Emily whispered, like she had seen a ghost. Marcus stepped forward. Bro, this isn't what it looks like. I laughed. A cold, broken laugh. Really? I said. Because it looks like you're marrying my fiancé in my house. Silence. No one moved. No one spoke. Emily stepped down from the altar slowly. You weren't supposed to be back yet, she said. That sentence. Out of everything she could have said, that was what she chose. I shook my head. Wow, I whispered. That's your first concern? Marcus ran a hand through his hair. Daniel, listen, things changed. You were gone for 2 years. No calls, no visits. I called, I snapped. Every week. Emily looked away. You changed, she said quietly. No, I replied. I grew. For us. For our future. Marcus stepped closer. We didn't plan this, okay? It just happened. I stared at him. You just happened to fall in love with my fiancé? I asked. He didn't answer. Because there was no answer. Then Marcus said something that hit harder than anything else. You left the company behind, Daniel. Someone had to take control. My heart dropped. What are you talking about? Emily spoke this time. We made some decisions while you were gone. Decisions? I repeated. Marcus nodded. You were too focused on expansion. Investors were worried. So we restructured. I felt sick. What did you do? Marcus didn't hesitate. We took majority control. The words landed like a punch to the chest. You what? Emily crossed her arms. You signed the documents before you left. No, I said slowly. I signed temporary authorization papers. Not ownership transfers. Marcus smirked slightly. Same difference. That's when I realized. This wasn't just betrayal. This was planned. You planned this, I said. Emily didn't deny it. At first, no, she said. But then we realized you weren't coming back the same person. So you replaced me? I asked. Marcus shrugged. We improved things. I laughed again. But this time, there was no humor in it. You stole everything. Emily stepped forward again. Daniel, let's not make a scene. I looked around. At the guests. At the decorations. At my house. My life is the scene, I said. For a moment, I stood there. Broken. Humiliated. Angry. But then something shifted. A calmness. A clarity. I straightened my posture. Wiped my face. And smiled. Marcus frowned. What are you smiling about? I looked him dead in the eyes. You really think you won? Confusion spread across his face. Emily's too. You took the company? I continued. Good. Marcus scoffed. Good. I nodded. Because the company you took isn't the one I built anymore. Silence. I moved everything, I said calmly. New accounts. New structure. New partners. Emily's expression changed. What are you talking about? I tilted my head. Did you really think I'd leave everything vulnerable for 2 years? Marcus's confidence started to crack. You're bluffing. I smiled wider. Check the accounts. The collapse. Marcus pulled out his phone, hands shaking slightly. He opened the app, logged in, waited. Then his face went pale. What? He whispered. Emily grabbed his arm. What is it? He looked at her slowly. There's nothing there. I stepped closer, because I transferred everything 6 months ago. The crowd started murmuring. Emily's breathing quickened. You're lying. I shook my head. No. I just planned ahead. Marcus looked furious now. You think this is funny? No, I said. I think it's poetic. The final blow. I reached into my pocket, pulled out a set of keys, and tossed them toward Marcus. That's your house now, I said. Emily blinked. What? I shrugged. I sold it last month. Gasps spread through the crowd. You're joking, Marcus said. I shook my head. New owner takes possession tomorrow. Emily stepped back. No, you wouldn't. I did. I picked up my suitcase, turned around, and walked away. Behind me, chaos erupted. Voices shouting. Arguments. Panic. But I didn't look back. Because some betrayals don't deserve closure. They deserve silence. Epilogue. 6 months later, I stood in my new office. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking a different city. A better one. A fresh start. My assistant walked in. Your meeting is ready. I nodded. Send them in. When the doors opened, I smiled. Not because everything was perfect, but because I had rebuilt. Stronger. Smarter. Untouchable. And as for Marcus and Emily, last I heard, they lost everything. Funny how things work out. If you enjoy watching this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to A Nice Stories TV for more interesting story videos. Thank you.